Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back to Control. We're back on the side quest trail. The main quest would be taking us back to the executive room, but Langston, of course, what was his actual name? Fred? Fred Langston has provided us a list of altered items to find and... Oh, hello. To find and destroy? Take control over? Oh, hello. How are you? See, the problem with these guys is, like, they dodge your telekinetic attacks. So it makes it very hard to take out any shields they might have. Sorry, plant. There we go. Then there's one more. Oh, I got him. He must not have had much room to maneuver. Okay. What I'm looking for, though, is the path there. And I feel as though this is not it. And clearly... Oh, hello. Does this go anywhere, or is this just light? This is just lights. So I'm going to see if I can figure out the path to that question mark area. Oh, hello. Okay, so it looks as though the path to the transit corridor requires level 6 security clearance, so I'm going to worry about that later. In the meantime, let us immediately get out of here and move over to the research area towards protective studies, because in theory I should be able to go there. Because there is a rubber duck on the loose, and it must be stopped at all costs. Okay. Now I can go cleanse and contain the rubber duck, who I apparently do actually have access to. Possibly. There are mannequins here, but not the right mannequin that I'm looking for. And I think I have to get behind there. But I don't quite see a path for myself. Like, unless I'm missing something. In which case there might be like another doorway. Or like a ventilation shaft. There's always a ventilation shaft. Or this could in fact be similar to the case in regards to the flamingo. Oh. There's the rubber duck.
Altered item number 52AE analysis, session 2. I will begin by introducing various stimuli to the item. First, a low voltage electric shock.
Do they electrocute the rubber duck?
No response. Next, I will introduce heat via a standard Bunsen burner. No response. Next, a series of solutions will be applied, each with a different value on the pH scale, from 0 to 14.
Impressive how none of this actually damaged the rubber duck, but I suppose that might be its status as an altered item.
No response to any value. Next, I will attempt to communicate. Can you understand me?
Hello, rubber
Can you
duck.
understand my words? Quack if you can understand my words. No response. This concludes session 2. We'll need time to prepare further tests.
I was actually kind of hoping that the duck would quack. So, Oh, hello. I was not expecting to be surrounded so quickly. Where are you going? Ah, no. Where did you go? All right. At the very least, I was able to get some health back. Jeez. Okay. That was a thing. So then the question becomes, how do I communicate with the duck? How does one talk to the animals? Huh. Oh, I probably should pick up all of these because I took a lot of damage in that fight. Also, that was a little Prey-esque. I was not expecting a little bit of Prey in this game. I wonder if I need to talk to Langston to have him unlock that door. Also, what's in this door to the left? Can I actually access it? It is the Synchronicity Lab, of which I actually do have access to. Some of the mannequins can be clothed, but not all of them. Or should I say crash test dummies? These aren't even mannequins anymore. They're crash test dummies. A standard bedroom. Mirror testing. Okay, that sounds like it's going to be a good time for everybody involved. Because mirrors are known to be more fun than television. That is a lot of TVs. As a test, television sets were placed in a variety of locations around the world inside rooms identically decorated. The hypothesis was that by identically altering the decor of every room, and then changing the channel in every room but one, that the single differing television would spontaneously align the incoming frequency to match its synchronized counterparts. The experiment seemed like a failure until it was observed that the agents responsible for arranging and monitoring these rooms were all experiencing the same emotional turmoil as one clinically depressed member of the team, himself being located in the eastern part of the Redacted. Psychological examination of the agents proved the correlation. Interestingly, the phenomenon of the synchronicity did occur, but not in the way we predicted. Huh. Okay. So they tried to create a desynchronous environment and hope that the environment would change. This is level 6. So many security clearances. Looks like I might actually just have to continue the game. What do I have next? Oh, I can do that. I have to go back to Emily. I mean, I could go do the timed mission, but let us continue on with the main game and head back to the executive boardroom. All right. Looks like we actually have our main objective more or less completed, in that our brother Dylan has shown up.
Is purely antithetical to every variant of the His signal I can arrange.
Although we should read this first, because it's here. To examine the invasion's timeline events for possible patterns in his behavior. Establishing a timeline is difficult at present because of the lack of reliable communication between Bureau sectors and staff. Preliminary models indicate Ground Zero of the invasion is located within the executive sector. Once it becomes possible to interview surviving personnel, pinpointing the exact location should be feasible. Other outstanding questions that a timeline may help answer: how did the Hiss get past the internal lockdown? How does the Hiss resonance advance through space, deliberately or uniformly? What is their ultimate goal, the outside world, a cross-dimensional destination? Did the Hiss... Did the Hiss come in from... from what's his name? From Trench. Because if the, like, if Trench was essentially the main guy, and the Hiss arised from the executive board, and, like, it starts with him killing himself. Like, why did he decide that he needed to end his own life? Also, I'm trying to find the report I just picked up. And I'm finding it on a it'd be very tricky. So I might have to leave it behind. Oh, there we go. Timeline event. By order of director Jesse Faden. It's nice that even though she's new to the company, she's still there to make sure paperwork goes through.
Dylan is here. But am I too late?
How is he? I need to know.
He's clearly been affected by the Hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to...
Maybe we have absolutely no idea what's going
More in
on.
control, more present.
More in control?
My brother. Or is he?
Dun dun dun.
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful.
Alright, but first we need to read Speech Analysis. Also, compiled by Emily Pope, by order of director Jesse Faden. If we understand the Hiss to be a force based on vibration and resonance, then perhaps their incantation, which is now the agreed upon term for their vocalizations, is an effort to express that resonance using human vocal cords in speech. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like spoken word. It's just sound. Would there be differences if the incantation were cited in a different language? The most common word used is want. Interestingly, every usage of the word is attributed to a you. You want to listen. You want this to be true. You must want these waves to drag you away. Are we the you the Hiss are referring to? Does the Hiss believe humanity, possibly all non-Hiss life, wants to join it, to be consumed by it? Is that its goal? The second most used words are through and time. Is this possibility the Hiss stating how they arrived here, or an indication of its age? There is clear intention in the words. Dismissing the incantation as nonsense, as some of my colleagues recommend, is beyond idiotic. You know, it's good to have a interdepartmental bureaucratic fighting, even as everything is falling apart around you.
And she brought him here? She's gonna get us all killed.
What if she's working with the Hiss? Isn't it strange she showed up just when they did?
You're right, it is strange. Well, do you have anything to say about it? Huh? Huh? What about you? Huh? Okay. So it is on the upper level? Why can I... Aw. Because it's a non-combat environment, I can't fly.
Gibberish code. Fucking Marshall, your CIA spy shit. God.
Based on the success of America Overnight, we would like to propose the creation of a television series that presents superstition and skeptical thought as entertainment, in order to popularize these concepts amongst the civilian population and create less resistance to redirecting information regarding public paranatural events. We can also use solid media outlet to test paranatural concepts on civilian audiences, seeing how they react to certain facts presented as fiction in the event that the Bureau ever decides to make certain realities public knowledge. There are various show licenses that we could purchase and reboot rather than starting from scratch. One particular property seems promising, especially considering its content and tone are precisely what we're looking for. It's called Night Springs and has been off the air for a few years now. Excellent. Buy it. Make more Night Springs episodes. Hire Alan Wake to do the writing. Oh wait, he's actually trapped in a bizarro dimension. Hire somebody else to do the writing. Maybe even me. Can a real person write for a fictional TV show? Nope, that's just the boardroom again. Okay. He's just floating there.
You are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been in there. You want this to be true. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. You are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow. You are a worm through time.
Shit.
The thunder's home distorts you.
That's Dylan.
White pearls,
Can
but
you
yellow
hear
and red
me?
in the eye. Through
Oh,
a
come
mirror,
on, Dylan. I'm here.
by the door. Push
I
the
found you.
surface into the wet. You've always been in there. You want this to be true. We
Do you know who I am? Oh, you know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's
Huh.
talking in the third person.
Or he doesn't identify as Dylan
Do
Faden.
you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to be
stop
true.
that? Please. Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good
Huh.
to say those words.
Did Dylan pull in the hiss, or did somebody pull in the
They
hiss and then
sound
Dylan
good.
attracted?
They make me feel good.
Or was the attraction of the hiss a mistake by Darling and
Fuck
Trench?
off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You came in through the hole in you. We let you in. You've always been here. The only true. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orange peel.
Shit. Shit. He can see you. This is
Huh.
not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small. In ordinary. In the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector.
I kind of want a prequel, like a prequel mission that involves the slide projector, because that sounds very interesting.
Didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years. After the song time for applause, we build you till nothing remains. The egg cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home. The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me.
Oh, okay.
And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found
Okay.
the door up to the hiss. That's the
Uh,
only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector.
but then the Bureau turned the slide projector back on, and then they started the event again.
Warm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny. I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet. You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
Okay, but are we better off having the hiss in the world?
Maybe that will stop the hiss.
Your regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jesse. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there.
Oh, the level 6 keycard. The one that I needed.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into.
Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself.
I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
You are warm through time. You are warm through time.
Alright, clearance level 6. That means now I can talk to... Or should I say I can go after the mannequin, which wasn't available to me earlier.
The Tennyson report was right.
Okay, so now back to this position, going through security again. Although now I can just speed by everybody else, since I know... That was very rude. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, now I can go to the mirror room. I forgot about that. That was in research. Should I go to the mirror room first? Apparently there is a mission there, so... And there's also... there was also a document I just picked up. The Mirror Supplement. Redacted. She was admitted to a mental ward for emotional instability soon after relocating to Illinois with her family in 1914. That's what happens when you move to Illinois. The item only appears in record again in 2006 when the Bureau investigated a sudden rise in disappearances in Redacted, Illinois. Agents found the item hanging in the local library. They contained it quickly, though the missing people of the town were never recovered. We certify that the case of Mrs. Redacted has shown her to be a lunatic, under the reasons of hysteria, bad company, and imaginary female trouble. Her fixation with the family-looking glass is noteworthy, though not an uncommon matter when considering the female disposition. Mrs. Carver is a fit subject for the lunatic asylum and will remain in its confines until her affliction has passed. Oh, wow. With amazing medical care like that, it's a wonder how she never improved. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go deal with the mirror because that sounds actually really interesting. And that is in research, in the just across from the ritual division. You know, it feels like I was just here just a moment ago. But let's go back to the synchronicity lab, because the mirror room does actually sound very interesting. Although now I find myself asking, is there just going to be one single mirror? Or are there going to be a bunch of mirrors? Because I was imagining there was going to be a bunch of mirrors. Like a big ol', like...
Why'd they keep an altered item here?
Big ol' mirror funhouse.
Debrief for Mirror Excursion 7C. Subject is Agent Hardy. Hardy spent approximately 3 hours in the mirror. It's the longest time on record. Can you describe your experience inside, Agent Hardy? Agent Hardy is physically healthy.
I wonder if he's talking backwards.
Yet the speech issue has persisted for hours. Calm down, Agent. It could be psychosomatic, but the fact that this only occurred after returning from the mirror makes a paranatural explanation more likely. I recommend a battery of tests and a Class Orange quarantine.
Okay, so if it turns out he's actually talking backwards, I'm going to find out later on when I edit this. But if that is the case, I'm going to just, like, I don't know, put up a black screen and then put his, reverse his speech. But we'll find that out later. The proposal is to finally determine the precise nature of the reflected space within the altered item. Is it transplanar, psychologically generated, or rooted within our own dimension? How does the altered item know the space in its vicinity well enough to reflect it? Why does it reflect some materials but not others? Is the space a parallel reality? If so, then we need to consider that while we possess this physical end of the mirror, someone else owns the other. What purposes might they use it for? Can they walk through into our own world? What are their motives? Lastly, to what purposes does the altered item produce the reflections of individuals that entered it? Can these reflected entities leave the altered item? As with all altered items, we need to attempt to distinguish if this behavior is redacted. Am I looking for something? It seems to be reflecting the camera well enough. I feel like this sort of thing is just setting myself up for spooks. Huh. Considering everything that needs to be done to access the mirror, makes me worry that the mirror itself is going to be very problematic. AI-60, the mirror, does not reflect its surroundings with perfect accuracy. The environment seen in its glass contains slight distinctions. It is unknown why the mirror does this. If there is any redacted, then it's something we can't perceive. The popular theory is the mirror has a goal in mind. that it reflects the world it wishes were real, subtly replacing our reality with its own. While certainly far-fetched, the theory is worth noting here as a warning not to underestimate the mirror. The specifically designed BlackRock panels have been installed to prevent access from our side or the mirrors. For added security, a particular arrangement of panels is required to open the door. Huh. And I'm guessing that arrangement is going to also depend on what is reflected in the
Looks
mirror
like
or
there's
not.
a mirror in there.
So right now it looks as though that distant one is higher than the others. And I think that's the ones on the right.
The shutters in the image look different.
Yeah, it's like that second shutter is... Yeah, the second shutter is missing, and then that third shutter is not quite up. So if we lower just one shutter, let's see what changes. Huh. It's like that shutter always stays in place.
What am I missing?
Or, no, I'm being stupid. I'm looking at the reflection. So even if this camera is on the right side, I'm looking at the left side. And if this camera is on the left side, I'm looking at the right side. So if I'm on the right side looking at the left side, right now those two are up. So I want to raise... I think I'm just confusing myself in the process. So let's see if this affects the right camera. It does not. Or is this telling me what it needs to be at? So in that case, it should be the first two and down, the last one up. And that should be the first two up and the last one down. Which is currently the case, I believe. I think. Unless I completely misunderstood what I just said out loud. Okay. So let's lower these two.
What do these shutters do?
Or let's do the reflected version of that. Oh. Sounds like it did it. Or no, that was the side mission. Must have run out of time. Or am I looking at the... Okay. Because if you look in the distance in the mirror, this gate is up. But in the real world, this gate is down. So if we actually start from the mirror, it should be closed, open on this side. And then open, closed on that side. I think. Wait, did I just, let's take a look at that again. I think I keep overthinking this issue. So from the mirror, closed, closed, open. And from the mirror, open, closed, closed. So let's switch the sides that are... So let's have this side be the closed, closed, open. And then the other side be the open, closed, close.
What a weird way to lock something up.
Alright, finally. A lot of trying to figure out perspective. Huh. And I do not see my reflection. Which seems problematic, but... Oh, there it is. But yeah, how does the mirror reflect anything beyond what...
Wait, that didn't sound right. Yeah, that's not good.
Beyond what it can see. Also, note that the words control are in reverse. I wonder if there is an identical unit. Nope, I can't actually go back. Am I supposed to already know how to access that? Ah, no, I don't even have to worry about reversing it. Here it is.
What? I can't understand you. You need to listen. I saw something in there. There is something inside. You need to lock down the mirror. Why are you talking like that? What's wrong with you? All of you! There's something in that fucking mirror!
Excellent. That is what I wanted to hear. So the question becomes, what is in the mirror? Federal Bureau of Control also reflected. Very good. That's progress? Seems that rooms are missing, though. Oh yeah, because there were more research areas. Huh. And it looks like I'm going to be
See that? Someone's in there.
Hurry, Nano Monsieur. Whoa.
This could be problematic if I don't deal with this. There's the mirror testing. There's the mannequins, or crash test dummies.
That's not good.
No. No. That's... All of this is not good. So is this like an entity in the... trapped in the reflection? I admit I... Ah, damn it, yeah. Damn it. Damn it. It would be very useful if you dropped any health elements. Yeah, I took way too many hits at the beginning there. That was my bad. Okay, let's cut back to the boss. Okay, that's kind of interesting that it starts me off instead of inside the mirror, back at the checkpoint, but I suppose that's more of like a player convenience, so that you're not exactly like trapped in the mirror dimension until you beat it. That you can actually just move on with the game in a different fashion, maybe upgrade your weapons, collect stuff. Yeah, I think the... Damn it. Mirror Jesse is fast. And a very tiny target. Alright, let's try that again. You know, now that I think about it, I wonder if Mirror Jesse moves in reflection to you. Or, if... Yeah, I don't think so. Like, I think she has her own. This seems going to be like it's going to be the slow way, but it is definitely the safer way. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Alright. Oh, hello. Nope, that missed. Relatively cheap strategy, very slow strategy.
Imitation.
Where is it? Hello? Hopefully it works, because otherwise I'll have to do it again. Ah, damn it. I ran out of juice. Oh, this one has shields. I probably could just race down here and collect some of them health elements. There we go. Or maybe that would manage to use some telekinesis in order to kind of circle itself in items. Or should I say launch? Where are you? Oh. It seems that I'm defeating multiple reflections of myself. And this one flies. I hope that doesn't mean that it's going to be harder to... Nope, does not seem like it's actually going to be harder to hit. Where are you, Am? It is going to be harder to hit. I might actually have to use my guns for gun purposes. Oh, that got it. Oh, hello. Yay, I did it.
That explains why they locked this mirror up.
Because it creates evil versions of yourself, and then you must fight them to the death? That sounds like a good reason. But let's head back. I'm sure I have to cleanse it. Actually,
Bureau was doing with this thing.
testing it, seeing what it does. All right. The mirror is now cleansed. Another altered item dealt with.
Well, it's cleansed now. The hiss is gone. It's dealt with.
That's what I said. Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.